Padmaja, namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. I've been listening to all of them very patiently. First of all, at the outset, there is a statement, Nishadana Neta Kapikulapati Kapi Shabari Kuchela Kubjasa Vrajayuvatayoho Malya Kridati. The behavior, the demeanor, the treatment of Rama to some of his subjects that included Guha, Nishadraj of Shringiberpur, Shabari of the forest, who was a Shramani. We don't even know her name. She was a Shabari, a lady who lived in the forests. Or even Sugriva and the monkey army was extremely pleasant. That guna, that attribute of the Lord is called Saushilya. Now the way Goswami Tulsidas ji describes, see, I am a South Indian, and to us Ramcharitmanas is as important as how much it is important to a North Indian. So we too worship Ramcharitmanas, and the way Tulsidas ji describes Rama's association with Guha, Shabari can bring tears to anybody who reads it. Now with respect to the context where he is quoted, the Chaupai goes like this, Padmaja. Tasu droh sukh chahasi abhagi, har kahu hari sevak guru kaheu, suni khagnath hriday mama daheu, adham jati mein vidya paye, bayo jatha ahi doodh piyaye. So here he describes about the Vakyam. See here, Padmaja, we need to understand these statements are quoted not by Tulsidas. He quotes the lines of a person called Kaka Bhushundi. Kaka Bhushundi goes and speaks to another person and says that I had been to my preceptor, my guru, who was a Shaivite. I told him that I worship Lord Shiva. That is when my guru told me that Shiva, Lord Shiva, Har Mahadev, he worships Ram. So I got immediately perturbed, angry. Says Kaka Bhushundi. This is not Tulsidas ji's. This is not somebody's editorial. It is Kaka Bhushundi Vakyam, who then says that a person who has never been exposed to education, if he's suddenly given so much of education, it may cause anger in him, just like how a snake is being fed with milk. There he doesn't say that people of any caste should not get any education. He does not say a person who's born in the lower caste should remain a person without education. Nothing of this is mentioned. So a person who reads up a work of poetry should understand the context in which it is said. Who has said this? For example, if Ravana goes and tells Sita that you're very pretty, I'm going to abduct you, I take this line and say that Valmiki says that women should be abducted, it will be absurd. This is not Tulsidas ji's view. He says Kaka Bhushundi Vakyam. He says that Kaka Bhushundi spoke these lines. This is a compilation. So it should be read as a piece of poetry, as a piece of devotional work, and a person cannot take it out of context. That way, every religious text which are called as commandments can be taken just in context. They don't even have to be taken out of context. Padmaja, I've heard my co-panelists very carefully. Thank you for posing the question to me. Any work, any piece of devotional work should be read in context, one, and should be read in the society in which they lived. Today we may be practicing the Constitution of India, but in those days there were different rules as per regions. So in those days, if certain communities were not allowed to read, then that was the rule in those days. Nobody says that is right or wrong. But today we are living in a different constitutional world. In that case, if she says that statement of Ramcharitmanas is not relevant today, in that case today when you speak about women empowerment, Padmaja, today we are living in the same country where certain communities monogamy is the only rule to be practiced. Polygamy is allowed in certain communities. So what do you speak of the constitution today? So when you speak about women empowerment, I respectfully ask you as two respected women, one is a panelist, one is an anchor. Would you agree that being polygamous is not helping women empowerment at all? What do you say about polygamy being legal in certain communities in the country today? Let's talk about today.
Well, maybe the same set of people who have called hijab as a choice that women make, perhaps will also put polygamy in the same category. But
Pashyami tejo nibidatarakaala yavali lobhaniyam. Lines of Narayaniyam are better felt than expressed. Deshika Daya now brings you a grand multimedia dance production on the magnum opus of Bhattagiri, which is Sriman Narayaniyam. Choreography by the inimitable Srimati Anita Guha. Music by the renowned Dr. Rajkumar Bharati. Soundscape design by the brilliant Sri Sai Shravanam. Concept and narration by my humble self. Title sponsor Apollo Hospitals. Event sponsor Tata Sons. Associate sponsor 9 Stars Technologies. Co-sponsor Shriram Properties. Stay tuned for a great Pashyami. 18th February at the Chaudaya Memorial Hall, Bengaluru. 25th February at the Naradagana Sabha, Chennai. To buy your tickets, please visit www.deshikadaya.org/agrepashyami. Grab your tickets soon.